Look,
But
I do want to do a BMF film because you've been entertained by a lackluster, small budget series. Now it's time to do a big budget film.
I never folded, never told, never will. Death before the sun.
Big Meech thought teaming up with Rick Ross was a power move, but now he's learning the game's colder than ever. Loyalty in the industry, just a myth. After turning his back on 50 Cent and siding with Rose, Meech walked out of prison only to find betrayal waiting for him. At first, Ross showed Meech nothing but love, talking big about putting him back on top. But when that deal fell apart, Rose cleaned his hands quick and ran right back to his old rival, 50 Cent. Now Meech is standing solo, realizing the streets don't play like they used to. Why would Rick Ross flip like that? And is 50 really the one pulling strings behind the scenes? Things are about to get wild, because what goes around always comes back around. And Meech is learning that the hard way. After years locked up, Meech thought his comeback was about to be legendary.
Put your back against the wall and just slide down. You already know, car show going down June 7th. Get online right now, get your tickets right now. But for the hustlers, I want y'all to understand you gotta stop making business personal.
But instead, he's stuck in the middle of chaos with no one left to ride for him. The man he turned his back on, 50 Cent, is thriving off the BMF brand, while the one he ran to, Rick Ross, is acting like he never even knew him. Here's the twist. Ross might have played the snake, whispering in Meech's ear and trying to break him away from 50. But in doing that, he might have actually done 50 the biggest favor ever. Because if Meech could flip on 50 that fast after everything 50 did to keep his name alive through the BMF show, maybe Meech was bound to expose himself sooner or later. Now the streets are saying Meech is scrambling, blaming everyone for why his legacy concert flopped and why nobody's stepping up to back him. And who's the easiest to blame? The man who hyped him up and then ghosted. Rick Ross. When you look close, Meech wasn't a partner in Ross's plan. He was just a pawn in Ross's power play to humiliate 50 and grab the BMF crown for himself.
2 days away from the Big Meech concert. Get your tickets right now. Make sure everybody flying to the city for this. It's gonna be huge.
The moment things got messy, Ross vanished, left Meech hanging with nothing but silence. Now Meech is out here acting like the victim. But let's be real, he played himself. The streets don't forgive a man who switches sides the second someone flashes a little cash in his face. But how deep does this betrayal really go? And is 50 Cent sitting back, grinning, knowing he got rid of a snake without even lifting a finger? Word on the block says 50 might have even pulled a few strings to get Big Meech's Welcome Back concert shut down. Still, think about it. Why would 50 need to get his hands dirty when Meech was already digging his own hole? The snitching rumors were already floating around, and that concert screamed desperation, not legacy. 50's smart. He just lets his enemies crash on their own. Just 2 hours before showtime, Ameris Bank Arena suddenly pulled the plug. Their statement read, "Due to unforeseen circumstances, tonight's show has been canceled. Refunds available at point of purchase." No heads up, no warning, just pure embarrassment for Meek. And guess who was chilling, watching it all crash like he saw it coming from a mile away? 50 Cent. Before that concert was even announced, 50 was already out here saying it would never happen. And now that he's been proven right, he's doing what he does best, being the slickest villain in the game. He posted the canceled flyer like it was a Grammy, with a caption so cold it could freeze Miami. "I had nothing to do with this. Please stop calling my phone. I sincerely hope you have a nice day. Happy Valentine's Day." Then he added, "I'm stronger than you think I am. If you believe that, I got a bridge to sell you in Brooklyn." See, 50 doesn't deny a thing. He just lets everyone know he's always 2 steps ahead. Then he doubled down on Instagram, acting sorry for the fans, saying, "If you bought an outfit and was ready to turn up, I apologize for whoever's responsible. Let's get to that." That's pure villain energy. And when a fan accused him of shutting the whole event down, 50 clapped back again. "I apologize for your trip to Miami, but been playing with me." Cold move, straight from the boss himself. "Let's build when you get back to the city." That's what was said, but now 50's out here playing chess while everyone else is still trying to figure out how to roll the dice. Big Meech is scrambling, pointing fingers. But the truth is, he did this to himself. Rick Ross set the trap, 50 stepped back, and now Meech is standing alone. No concert, no crew, no one left to clean up the mess. At the end of it all, Big Meech is free, yeah, but empty-handed. 50's done with him. No more loyalty, no more support, no more backing for the Meech family. And things just got worse. Lil Meech, the main breadwinner, just lost his job. He tried to play the loyalty card to keep the concert alive, but it backfired hard. Season 4 of BMF got canceled, and it's no mystery why. 50 Cent even posted Lil Meech's private texts, and now everyone's talking. In the messages, Lil Meech says he'd give 50 the shirt off his back, while still defending his dad's ties to Rick Ross. The wildest part, Lil Meech admitted Ross gave Big Meech money to help with bills until BMF returned. The message read, "They just told me you unfollowed me on Instagram and now you manage and skill ABBA with Rocket. When I brought him around you first, when you didn't even know who he was. Now you mad at me when I take the shirt off my back for you. I can't believe this, man. You act like I'm your enemy. I've only ever shown you love and loyalty." That's what Lil Meech told 50, saying he's got his own problems but never switched sides. Then he dropped the real bomb. Rick Ross gave Big Meech cash to cover his bills until the next BMF season starts. So now Big Meech isn't just cool with 50's biggest rival. He's depending on him financially. Behind the scenes, Ross seems to be playing puppet master, handing out money while slowly pushing Meech further away from 50. Even the Game had to jump in, clowning the whole situation. He said Lil Meech should have stood tall for the BMF legacy and backed his pops no matter what. He posted, "Just seen a text from Lil Meech to 50 that got me dying. Hey Lil Meech, you were supposed to be like F you, this BMF. I'm standing with my pops now. Me and Fifth got our own issues, but that's on pause while I post this." Then 50 fired back, "What's your little gun do?" And the Game said he almost spit his water out laughing. Now the streets are saying it loud. Big Meech is looking more like a pawn in his own empire. Rick Ross is pulling strings. 50's just watching from the sidelines, and Meech's legacy is starting to crumble right in front of him. The BMF legacy is falling apart right in front of everyone's eyes, and 50 Cent isn't lifting a finger to stop it. He's just letting the chaos play out. Everybody saw that concert flop coming except the Meeches. Lil Meech, the one person expected to carry the BMF torch, is now turning his back on the man who gave him everything: a career, a platform, and a lifeline while his father was locked up. Instead of standing firm, he's caught up in drama that never had to happen. Now 50's going for the jugular, taking shots at Big Meech's parenting. He's calling him out for how he handled his son's career, and things got messy when old footage resurfaced showing Lil Meech with Rick Ross's daughter, Toy Roberts. That clip goes way back, but 50 wasted no time chiming in. He straight up questioned why Ross, who's now suddenly riding with Big Meech, didn't help Lil Meech when it actually mattered. 50 made it clear, Ross and Meech's circle did nothing for Lil Meech's rise, while he's the one who paid for acting school and helped launch his career. Then he hit hard, saying Big Meech came home acting like the Black Pablo Escobar instead of focusing on his son's future, and ended up wrecking everything. This isn't just a rap beef anymore. It's full-blown betrayal. Big Meech had 50's support once, but his own choices pushed him straight into isolation. Now the bridge is burned, the loyalty's gone, and 50's showing everyone he never forgets a disloyal move. Their feud runs deep, back to 2008, packed with diss tracks, lawsuits, and that infamous case that cost 50 a cool $7 million. Ross even threw shade last year, calling 50 broke. But if history's taught us anything, it's that 50 never lets anything slide, and neither does his right-hand man, Gene Deal. Now the tension's bigger than just pride. It's threatening 50's business empire. Rumor is this could be the final season of BMF, the hit series tied to his massive $150 million deal with STARZ. Most people would panic walking away from that kind of bag, but not 50. He's built it once. He can build it again, because when you cross him, there's no coming back. Here's where things start getting shady. Those snitching allegations didn't come out of thin air. Whispers about Big Meech cutting a deal with the feds have been floating around for years, way before 50 even mentioned it. And right in the middle of it all sits Tammy Cowens, someone Meech once trusted, but who's also rumored to be a federal informant. Tammy allegedly helped Meech negotiate a deal that shaved serious time off his sentence. But let's be real, nobody walks out of prison early without giving the feds something in return. And word is that something might have been his longtime friend and business partner, Dion Gatling, better known as Cuffy. Cuffy and Meech had been tight for years, running business together long before Meech got locked up. But according to Cuffy's daughter, Tamara Gatling, their whole family was blindsided when they found out Meech was the one who set Cuffy up. They started putting the pieces together after spotting a familiar name in the court paperwork. And guess who kept popping up? Big Meech. It gets wilder, trying to smooth things over. Meech personally introduced Cuffy to Tammy Cowens, but Tammy wasn't just some random associate. She was Meech's power of attorney and the one who actually owned the rights to his life story. Cuffy trusted his old friend, thinking this was a solid business move, but instead, he ended up in a cell. When the discovery documents came out, it became clear that CS1, the confidential informant, was none other than Tammy Cowens. But here's the thing. Everyone in that circle knew Tammy didn't move without Meech's say-so. When the Gatling family pressed Meech about what really went down, he brushed it off like it was nothing. Still, the deeper they looked, the more it all pointed back to him. Tammy might have been the one wearing the wire, but nobody believed she was acting alone, not with Meech calling the shots. Cuffy took the fall while Meech walked free, showing that all that brotherhood talk didn't mean a thing when the feds came knocking. Even with the evidence out there, some folks still bend over backward to defend Big Meech. And right on cue, Young Buck jumped into the mix, trying to cape for Meech like it was his last shot at staying relevant. But one thing about 50 Cent, he doesn't do second chances. His response, cold-blooded. He wasted zero time roasting Young Buck and dragging up his past controversies for the world to see. Now that move lit up social media. Critics started calling 50 a culture vulture and saying he's just stirring up drama to boost attention for himself. But if you really look at it, who's actually cashing in off this chaos? Both sides are eating off the BMF legacy. Big Meech's story turned into a hit TV show that put his name back in lights and gave a whole new generation a front row seat to his empire. Meanwhile, 50's flipping the whole saga into ratings, headlines, and money moves. Lil Meech built a whole career that wouldn't even exist without 50 backing him. Yet somehow, 50's the one catching heat for calling out the truth. At its core, this mess isn't about fame or promo. It's about loyalty. And if there's one thing everyone knows about 50 Cent, it's that betrayal doesn't slide with him. He stood by the BMF family, gave Lil Meech a real shot, and helped him become more than just Big Meech's son. But the second things got shaky, they flipped, and now 50's making it clear there's no coming back from that. Lil Meech is finally realizing how bad he fumbled the bag. After everything 50 did, funding acting school, building his image, and giving him a lane, Meech switched sides, and now he's paying for it. The same dude who was living it up on the BMF set is out here hustling for 500 promo posts. That's pocket change compared to what 50 used to pay him. One minute he's living the dream, the next he's chasing side gigs just to stay afloat. And you already know, 50's getting the last laugh. This whole drama's turning into one of the wildest hip-hop betrayals we've seen in years. Big Meech thought loyalty was everything, until his circle started playing both sides. Now with Rick Ross cozying up to 50 and Lil Meech scraping for small checks, the BMF legacy's falling apart right in front of us. But what do you think? Did Big Meech do this to himself? Or is 50 just saying what everyone else is too scared to admit? Don't forget to drop a like, comment, and share your thoughts. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. See you in the next drop.